All right, hey beauty control team. I am going to give y'all a couple minutes to pop on. I know sometimes it takes a few minutes for Facebook to let you know that we are live, okay? So, and let me just give y'all just a minute or two to get the notification and get online. Now, as you come online, if you can do me a favor and comment, say hi, something to let me know that you're here and that you can hear me okay. All right. Let's see, I'm not seeing anybody just yet. All right. Okay, I see Judith on there. Awesome. Okay, so just wanted to make sure, Judith, if you can just post in the comments, or whoever's watching live so far, let me know that you can hear me and see me okay. You can give like a like or a heart or just post in the comments. That would be great. I just want to make sure you can see me and hear me before we start rolling. So if somebody can just do some likes or say, yes, I can hear you, then I will get going. Let's see. Okay, y'all can hear me? Can anybody hear me? Can y'all hear me okay? Okay, yay. All right, awesome. Thanks, Annie. Okay, so welcome to BeautiYou. All right, for those of you who, you're brand new watching this, this is going to be your orientation. So now that you are part of Beauty Control, I'm going to go over all of the member perks for you, okay? And then also there's going to be some great opportunities that I'm going to share with you for being a brand new consultant. Also, this is the place that you want to be to get your free microdermabrasion set. So I'm going to be telling you more about that, how to get that. And then if you are watching and you've been in Beauty Control for a while, that's great too. And this could be a great refresher course for you. So things have changed over the years. So this could just be like a good little, like I said, a refresher or something like that. So if you all will do me a favor, just so I know who is participating, because sometimes it doesn't show me everybody's name, if you'll just comment and say, hey, or something to let me know that you're here, that would be awesome, okay? So we are going to get started. Before we jump into all the how-tos and your discounts and all that good stuff, I just kind of wanted to start by getting to know each other a little bit. So I know some people don't like this part, but the good thing is you don't have to stand up and talk because it's all right here on Facebook, right? Or recorded. Some of you might even just be watching the recording later. But my name is Miriam Albert, and I am the team director here. So I'll probably be your go-to for a lot of your questions, in addition to your recruiter, your upline. But I'm always here if you have any questions. Feel free to contact me. You can always reach me right here on Facebook or Messenger. And also, I'll give you my phone number and my email address too if you need to reach me that way. But if you'll just take a minute so that we can kind of get to know each other. I know with technology, sometimes it's easy to feel disconnected when we've never met. So if you will just comment below where you joined, like were you at a spa or did you join because of Facebook? So let us know like how you were introduced to Beauty Control and why you joined, okay? So if you joined because, like probably all of us, you just love the products, you can post that. If you joined because you're looking to make a little extra income, you can post that. So would love to hear from you so I can get to know you and we can just get to know each other a little bit more, okay? I also wanted to start just by giving you a little bit of my story, kind of how I got to where I am today, so you know a little bit about me too. But I actually have been in Beauty Control for 8 years now. I just cannot believe it's been that long. I think I'm just in denial that I could be doing something for 8 years. But here I am, been here for 8 years. And trust me when I say I never thought I would be doing something like this as a business. I tell people that all the time. So I see a lot of you are posting here that you're wanting the great discounts and great products. And that is exactly why I joined 8 years ago, okay? And then of course you all know now that you see me, building this as a business, I'll kind of tell you how I got to that point. But I actually am from Memphis, Tennessee originally. Now I live in Nashville, so I've made some great friends in 2 cities and made some great teammates. And but when I was in Memphis, I did have an international business degree from the University of Memphis. So that is what I had originally thought that I would be doing with my life, okay? I got that degree because I love to travel, and it just sounded good, right? Wanted to be on the 4-year plan, so I just picked something and I stuck with it. And then when I graduated, I ran into, the issue of like applying for jobs and hearing, everybody wanted someone with 3 to 5 years of experience. And some of you have maybe gone through that recently, or you have children or grandchildren that are in college, or, you just know, all of us know somebody that's probably in college. And that was really, really disheartening for me, thinking that that degree was going to be my golden ticket into traveling the world and wearing my business suits and making this great career, right? Well, fast forward a few months after graduation, I did end up getting a job because the office where my mom was the office manager at, they hired me, so kind of had the in there. But I seriously sat in a cubicle all day long, Monday through Friday, and faxed paperwork to doctor's offices. Now, I know that is, I know that somebody had to do that job, but I don't know how many of you ever feel, and you can, while you're watching this video, if you know me, you know I love interaction, so feel free to be commenting, or I love seeing the little hearts and the likes go across the screen, so if you just want to hammer me and show me that if you hear something that you like or you can relate to, that would be great. But anyway, I was making $10 an hour at this job, okay? So if you have, most of you I think pay bills that are watching this, but pretty much everybody's 18 or older, and that was just something that was like a hard pill to swallow. I thought, I went and I studied really hard and I made good grades, and here I am working in this job that I can't even stand, and I don't even make that much money. So, but I stuck with it because I really didn't know what my other options were, right? And I remember being invited to a beauty control spa. Never heard of beauty control before, which is crazy because one of the top 10 people in all of beauty control lives in Memphis. She's actually our upline. So that was pretty crazy to me that in my whole life I had never heard of beauty control. But here I was invited to a spa party, and I went, and I was kind of that one that went, I didn't really want to go because how many of you felt it's okay, this is a safe place? Oh, thanks, you love my accent, thank you. So, I know that this is a safe place here, so how many of you can relate? I remember thinking, oh, I really don't want to go to this party. It's just another one of those things where I'm going to have to buy something, and I don't have any money to buy anything. That was my thought, but of course I went because it was my mom's party, and her best friend was hosting it, or was the spa lady for the evening. And I will never forget just doing that hand scrub, and oh my gosh, how many of y'all are with me? I was like, I didn't even know my hands could feel this good. And then sitting through the relaxation and the facial and everything, and I just remember thinking, this is so much more. This is a service, right? And so I quickly fell in love with the products, the whole experience, and I ended up joining that night because, like many of you probably did, the kit was such a great deal, right? I think I paid $150 back then, but I just remember I wanted it all, and I could afford it better in the kit than separately, okay? So anyway, that's kind of how I started my beauty control journey. Well, I went through a training, so just so y'all know, when I did training or orientation, like we're doing right now, we had to sit in a hotel room for 6 hours, okay? So y'all are lucky you can be there. I don't even know, y'all might be in your pajamas right now watching this online. So let me tell you, a lot of things have changed. But I remember, I'm kind of glad that I did have to sit through that 6-hour class because I was so inspired by the woman who was my trainer that day, because she shared with, she was 40 years old at the time, and she just shared how, she had created this life that she just loved, and she was there for her kids' biggest moments. I mean, she had kids that were in high school or about to graduate high school, and she was like, I never had to miss anything, and she made a 6-figure income, and I just truly hadn't met somebody that was that happy. I'm like, what is this Kool-Aid this lady's drinking. Like, I want some of it, right? And so anyway, that really inspired me to want to just explore. Like, I thought, what do I have to lose? I'm just gonna try it. I need extra money. So I started to do some spas, and yes, I was scared. And yes, I burned socks in the microwave when we used to do socks back in the day. And I told people all the wrong things about how our hand cream lasts through 35 washes. It's really 3 to 5 if you didn't know. So I messed up and you know, was scared and all of those things, but I did it and I fell in love. It was the first time that I really felt like fulfilled in a job, okay? So even though I was going in that night and taking money home, I still felt like my cup was being filled up, not just financially, just is, you know, I loved to see that other people were enjoying themselves, and it just really, really did. It just filled my cup up. So I quickly was on the BC Kool-Aid is what we call it. And I decided that I really wanted to, you know, keep rolling with it. And so about a year later, my husband, now we were engaged, and about 2 months before my wedding, we did a destination wedding in Jamaica. 2 months before the wedding, I was still working the full-time job for $10 an hour, and I missed 2 days of work because I had strep throat, okay? So it wasn't like I just had a runny nose. Like, I was pretty sick. And when I came back to work, I remember my supervisor called me over to her desk, and she asked me how much time I needed off for our wedding. And when I told her I needed a week, her response was that I didn't have enough time off, because that's how corporate America works, right? And I will never, ever, ever, ever forget that day, because it was really that moment, like that light bulb moment for me, you know, thinking, is this what it's gonna be like? Is this really, like, I went to school and all of this just to come work somewhere that I'm not happy and to barely make any money, and then to miss out on the biggest moments. Like, I thought being adult was gonna have, you know, more privileges and things, and so it was just kind of a rude awakening for me. And it was that day that I went home and talked to my mom and talked to people that I trust, talked to my fiance, and just prayed about it. And I decided to just go and take the leap of faith and tell them that I wasn't going to come back to that job. So side note, Facebook's telling me that my connection is weak. So I was afraid this might happen. If I get disconnected, just stay put, because I will come back. I might just have to get on my data, which I hate to do. But anyway, if I lose y'all, just let me know. Just stay here and I will be back.